Hi guys, this is Libby, otherwise known as Silverlief, and today we're back with our book Ernest over here. What I want to do is work a little bit more on our little Flippy Floppy page we made yesterday. I want to obviously decorate up the fronts of these. I might add a couple of Velcro dots just so we can keep these down when we want to, but they can also come up. Not 100% on that though, because I like the idea of being able to switch it around. But right now, what I really want to do is knock this back. I tried using some watercolor. It's not doing how I want it to. So I'm going to use the gouache. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mostly use white, but I'm going to add just a little bit of this flesh tint to warm it up so it's not like pristine white. The whole idea with this is I want to create areas on here that I can still write on without having to layer over the top of this with different paper, if that makes sense. How that looks. I had a palette knife on me, but I don't. I'll use the brush. And I'll likely end up building up some more with this, so maybe doing a little bit of stamping and stuff after the fact. So it's not just one tone. But yes, like where the words are, I don't need it to be completely clear. Not clear. Opaque. I just want to create some areas where the words can come through still, like you can still see it if you're looking, but it's not pitch black. I don't think I want to make it into blocks, but I want to like feather out the edges and stuff. Still want the words to still be visible. I'm not going for perfect, I'm not going for very pretty, we're building up. If I want to come in and write on top of this, I can. I'm almost dry brushing. I say I'm not trying to completely get rid of everything. It's just to knock it back. So that if you add words on top, you can read the words and they're not fighting for dominance on the page. How was everyone today? I had a bit of a rough start to my day. I'm gonna try not to go over this this gold here. Yeah, I had a little bit of a rough start to my day. Well, I had a rough night. And then a rough start to my day. But I'm doing much better now. I have my friends came together and we did some online hangouts. That always helps. It's been a rough week, and then it's my birthday this weekend, and learned that there's a very, very good chance I won't actually see my husband at all, and then don't really have any family I can see right now. The family I probably would be visiting for my birthday, they're out of town on their own plans. My family, like my blood family, they're over in England, and I'm not in England, so, you know. So that's nice. It's toned it down, but oh, sorry, that was loud. In person, it might not look as obvious to you, but in person, you can still see everything. It's just knocked it back. But I could write over the top of that with a nice black pen, and it won't be fighting, as I keep saying. Want a little bit more under here. I think I did the exact amount of paint that I needed for this. Again, I'm not trying to be pristine and perfect with it. I love the way that this the fabric for the book spines looks. It catches the paint really nicely. I'll show you what I mean. It's almost like a waffly texture. Love that. I'm actually, for now, I'm going to take the closure off. That's why I wanted it to be a double clasp rather than connected. I don't want to get paint on this, and I'm probably still going to be adding paint and glue and ink and, you know. So we'll let that set. I'm just going to soften my brush a little bit. Okay, so trying not to get paint everywhere, and I get it all over my thumb. So I have some labels that we made back in Mass Make. No, not Mass Make. I didn't do Mass Make May. I wasn't on for Mass Make May. ABC April did Alpha labels. So I have some pre-made labels here, which I might look through and see if there's one that I like. Ones that are already done. And then I have some label bases. So these ones aren't finished, but I could easily finish them. Some photograph things. This was a digital from Seven Plaza, I think. So it was just the frames, and then I added stuff over it. I have a couple of those. I might add one in, but I haven't decided on like the timing. I imagine this is more like early 1900s. So if I was to do that, I would grab. I have more of this printed out on sticker sheet, so I would find some black and white photos to put behind that. I have some label stickers. That's apparently got anything in that. Not right now. Okay, so I have this, and then I just got Seven Plaza's. Yeah, this is Seven Plaza one apparently. I don't remember what this one is, but she did like the strips, like faux washi tape. So I have some of that too, and I think these will work nicely. I say I want to decorate the tops of these. So I have that off to the side. I also have random bits of paper, just little offcuts, and then graphics. I cleaned up my desk and stuff, so thankfully everything's a little bit more organized. I have my stamps too, and I definitely want to be using my stamps. I'm wondering if I think it might look nice to do something with the corners of these. So I also have my corner. I haven't 100% decided though. Oh, I also have one that has a tag. So push that off to the side. Yep. So the idea is, how am I feeling here? Good. The nice thing about dry brushing it is it dries faster. I have little bits of tickets and stuff too, but that's not on me right now. So yeah. So I want something here so that when all this is closed, we can see some. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Here, so we can see something peeking through. That's gonna be my first focus. It might be a stamp, maybe it might be one of those labels. Do I have a horizontal? Nope, a vertical one. Probably. This one that's vertical. One with a thistle. I love thistle. There's a bird. Bug. I love them, actually. So we'll pick one of those, I think. I'm also just going to grab a couple of these out, just so I have them on hand. So let's see which of these I like the most. We have a lot of blues going on, but there's some reds and greens on this side of the page. And that might be nice to tie that in. So I have a bit of red here. I have the bird peeking out. I like that. Oh, I like the bird. I have some flowers and some bugs and stuff too. But I really like that, and it's not something that I need to do anything else to. Because some of these are very empty on, intentionally so I could write. But I think I like that, so I'm going to glue it down. I might use some art glitter glue. I'm not 100%. I might just use my liquid glue along with my glue stick, just because I need to be able to move it around. I want it lined up properly. What am I doing again? I just have some white glue down here. Yeah, I want to be able to move it. I don't trust it's heavier paper. I don't trust just the glue stick alone. But yeah, what I was saying, sorry, is my husband isn't sure if he can spend my birthday with me, and I took it off work, and I don't usually do that, so, it was in hopes that he wouldn't be going in until 8 p.m., which is when he usually goes in, but they have a lot of people that have requested off this weekend, so, it's just a bit of bad luck on my part. Right up there. A little bit more right. Yeah. Got a little bit upset about that earlier, but I'm feeling better now. It can't be helped. Work is work. It's what puts food on the table. I'm feeling better now. Oh, I love that. Love it. It could have maybe come down a little bit, but I actually don't mind that. So, trying to embrace things not being perfect over here. Okay, so I'm gonna sort through some of these stamps, and I think we can start on maybe this middle one. It's the most plain. Everything else has at least something going on. This is my plain one. Oh, I also, my tangent, went through my fabric stash. I found some that has I don't know if it is exactly ticking, but that kind of thing. And then I think this was an old shirt or something. I don't know. But I thought the two of them, it's very dirty and old fabric. I thought the two of them could look cool in this journal. They're giving me nautical vibes. So I have that off to one side too. I do want to tie in some of that green, so I'm just gonna Italian. See what I'm doing again. Switch these around. Italy. I want some that look older. Again, and I like the idea of them being from completely different places. Some more red. Like this person was traveling. That is not even a stamp. That's a national park sticker. I don't know how that got in with my stamps, but it can stay for now, I guess. I'm from India. That's cool. I have a date on it. It's so cool. Do you have a date? No. I need to organize. All I have organized when it comes to my stamps are most of my reds are in a different thing. I made a specific stamp book for it. See if I can find one with a bit more colour too. I don't want this to just be dreary. I mean, it's not dreary, there are colours there, but they're all very one note. And I keep going for the greens. I'll pull anything else out. Some of these are cool. They're much more recent though. I have dinosaur stamps and that sort of thing. I love them, but they're not going to work for this. I love these two. When are you from? have the cancellation stamp doesn't have a date on it. Alright. I think that one does actually. Hopefully it's not. Nope, I can't read it, so. Wherever the date is on that, it's faded out. Okay, so we're going to start with this. I think we'll use a label, and I'm not sure if I want to use one of these or if I want to pull out blue from here. A little red guy. Red guy? I don't know how this is going to look on this scrapbook paper because it's on transparent sticker sheet. If I can ever get into it. We'll find out. I don't usually use these stickers on such a dark background. Can we see it? Oh, we can see it. I can. I don't know if you can. Maybe some more red. I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to enjoy the process. I can get stuck in 10,000 different things. I'm just going. What I am going to do here for a second is I'm just going to do the top half. I'm gonna leave the bottom half up a second because I think I might put some of this music paper on here too. Not much ink on that, but that's fine. Where is my ink? I pulled it down somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, I want to put this underneath that postage stamp. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just restick it. What I meant to do was grab another glue sheet. I need to stop gluing straight on my board. My little sticky. Not a sticker, it's a stamp, but you know, wherever it is. Then I want more of like a focal point over here. Don't think I want to use another label right now. Well, at least not one of these big ones. What I have in here. Random little bits and pieces. Oh, a door. Random craps that I've made over a while. I don't think any of this is going to work because I didn't realize this was a project box. I see. Yeah, I definitely want a focal point on that though. I'll be back in just 1 second. I'm grabbing an encyclopedia. Okay, so let me just make a little bit of space here. This is a set of encyclopedias that I got for free actually on Marketplace. Not on Marketplace, on my local Buy Nothing group. Got a full set of them. And they're great for this sort of thing. What I want to do is find like an older photo. So, who are you? I'll try and make sure that it's, you know, nothing crazy. But I'm looking for something black and white, or at least like older. And maybe something small, or at least I'll make it smaller. For a single page here. I love the back of this with the blue papers. Yeah, I want it to look like he could have taken a picture. I mean, a lot of the pictures in this are old. It's an old... Oh, I love that. Not for this, though. Not for this. We'll see if I ever find it again. Cool animals. But yeah, I want it to like a picture because... Or I suppose I could... Do I have any of those labels? I could use one of my larger labels, actually. Not you. The sticker labels. Cover over. I guess it could be a picture. Sorry, one of these guys. Little mouse. So I'm either looking for a photograph of somewhere. Even be something like that. Is that too big though? If I was to do her face. I just had my basket right. Too many things in one area. Yeah, so this is another 7 Plaza digital kit. Thinking just to get her face in. His face in? Oh, I don't know now if it's male or female. And then we can cut it and add it on over here. This is how I like to do some embellishments. I mean, I was going to say without using stickers. I mean, technically it is still a sticker. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's one that's just a tiny bit bigger than this. Because I want it to fit on. Well, I think that'll do. But if it doesn't do, I'll find another picture. So how I like to do it is cut out this piece that I want, lay it over, and then I cut it out. Yeah, that'll look cool. That'll fit. Sorry, lady whose face I just put through. And it's like you're making your own little bits of ephemera. But, you know, you're just finding bits and pieces from your books. It doesn't have to be an encyclopedia, obviously. Anything that might have people in, so magazines and stuff. I just knew that that encyclopedia had black and white photos in. And that's what I wanted, so. Okay. Back. Cool. I want something else just on the left-hand side of this. What else I have in terms of scrap bits and pieces. Well, I actually have a little bit of the tape from the spine. And some of the card that we used to make the passport out of. I'm wondering if I could do something with a little bit of this. Did that, and then a little bit of this that I can stamp on, maybe. Doesn't have to be anything huge. thinking. Just thinking. I definitely need something on this if I was going to do this, because this side has a lot going on. This side would be a bit blanker, but I'm fine with that. Finding a good stamp. Come on. I'm really trying to add more textures into what I'm doing, which is probably why I'm grabbing some of this tape. It has like a texture to it. I can go up and down with that because there's a lot of horizontals going on. Bridge the one. Let's see if I have a stamp on hand. Give me 2 seconds, sorry. Okay. So I just grabbed the simple little stamp set I have. It's bigger than this is, but I think I'm going to put this on, then stamp it so the stamp goes over onto the other parts too. I'm going to distress this first, I think. Woo. Dropping things. Giving a bit of a scrunchy scrunch. Use my glitter glue for this because it's thicker paper. Pops that in. And this isn't going to stamp perfectly, but that's kind of what I want. Which one do I want? Maybe this departure one. Get it off. I'm not even going to grab a stampy block. I'm just going to use my fingy. Oh, I love that. I think that works really well. There. Fella. I think it's a guy. I might be wrong, but it looks like they've got a sailor hat on, so. Saying it's a guy. Nice candid photo. Went completely over all of that music. That's the first little spot. What I will like to do is just add a little something on here. I might even just grab this airmail. And just put this up on the top. I'm going to do the same thing though. I'm just going to stamp it with my hands because I don't really want it a perfect stamp. I like on my writing pages like this. I don't want it perfect, yet I did it. On my writing pages like this, I like to have some sort of interest, so it's not just completely blank. Just in case I don't get around to writing on it. That way, if I come and flip through, there's something there. Did I want to round these corners? But I'm going to do a small, medium. What I should have done before I put any of this down was ink it all. Did I? No. Why? Because I suck at knowing the order in which I do things. Oh, I can do it later. Well, yeah, but then it's hard, isn't it? Hard to do it later when everything's glued down. Glue in there. I'll get better at that, though. I'm sure. I'm used to making books, not decorating them necessarily. So adding in all these things isn't my typical... I mean, I'll do little bits and pieces, but... I think that one will do for now. What are you? Things are coming up. I might have to go over it with my varnish at some point. Or just embrace the fact that it's a little messy. That's fine. That's fine. Things can be messy, Libby. Alright, so that's one. So I don't think I want to use another photograph in here. I won't mind using other labels and stuff, but I don't think I need another photograph specifically. So what else I can do is... Sorry. Check and see if any of these will fit. These are what I do with my masterboards. These ones got a bit chewed up. My shelf fell on top of them the other day. So they did get a little bit chewed up, but this is my favorite one. Every time that I have to show them off, I love grabbing him. Like, this is what I mean. So this is supposed to be a journal card, so on the back I just add a couple of stickers, so it's not completely blank. But they don't have to be journal cards. Like this one, I might honestly just stick on. I could make it into a little tuck or something. I just gotta find one that I want. Definitely needs to be portrait. I really like that one with the deer, to be honest with you. Bunch of ink box cards in here too. I don't think it's quite what I need. Yeah, I think I might go with my little deer friend here. Yeah. I have a little bat. I should have put that in Mum's. But it's a bit too thick for Mum's journal, so no, Libby. No adding on to Mum's journal. It will never close again. So I think what I will do is go across 2 points. So on this side. Goodbye, stickers. It was nice knowing you, but you know. I like to set these up as journaling cards so that they're done and I can just stick them in a pocket. It does make me a little sad when I have to cover up the stickers that I put on the back. That's fine, that's life. I could just add something simple in there. And we just need a little something on top. more than happy to add that matches in with the colours. Some more postage stamps. Usually I wouldn't do multiple postage stamps on a page, but the whole point is that this guy's been traveling a lot. So I think that could be cool. Rain. Then I'll do a little bit in the background too. We have a stamp, and I definitely want something else. Use just one of these labels. And hello. Stamp. Nippity bit. Intrusive thoughts. Nope. What colour do I want? What colour's going to go with this? Because I don't have any yellow. I kind of have yellow, but I want something else. It'll pop a bit more. Maybe some green. That one. I don't think I like that one. I usually really enjoy the rounds of these. Pop a red. Oh, I think pop a red. A nice bright red too. I'm trying not to just pull out stickers. Stickers are usually my go-to for decorating. Again, because I don't usually decorate a lot. But if I'm adding stuff, it's just a little something. But for this project specifically, I don't want to. I might make you into a tag shape. I don't want to just rely on my sticker books. So I might do some. I want to the hole and make it seem like an actual tag. I could even hang something from it. Do I want the big hole or the small hole? Just had my thing of somewhere. All reinforcers and tabs. Lucky me. I mean, this is also an arrow, but I know what I meant. I didn't want the other arrow. That thing just flew out of my hand. So I can add some strings through that. I think it might be cool to put a tab on one of these now that I have them out. Not you, because I don't want to cover up the sun at the bottom. Not you, because you can't, which means it's going to have to be you. I've got starry moth here. One of my favorites. That's the same paper that I mentioned yesterday, I think. Came off the same pack as the little alchemy bottles. Love it. Side do I want? We'll do the side with the gilding on it. Yeah. If I can find that pack again, I'd get it. But the problem with a lot of paper packs, especially getting them from chain stores like Michael's or whatever, I don't remember if I got this from Michael's or Joann's, is usually they're seasonal, and once they're gone, they're gone. I could even put a hole in there, maybe an eyelet or something, and hang something from it. That could be fun. I don't think we're going to be able to get all of these done today, but that's fine. I don't mind a project taking time. What we'll do is that one there, and I'll put something over the top. What was I working on just now? Did you need some string to go through that? You. What color? Go with red. Ooh, or I could draw the yellow back in. Yeah. Draw the yellow back in. We don't need a big piece, Lib. Just a little piece. You know, I just cleaned my desk and now it is a mess. Isn't that the way of it? Like every time. It's impossible, especially when you're filming, so you're wanting to get things done in a reasonable time. You end up with everything everywhere. I like this one. I've wanted to use this deer for a while. I do need to open that up a tiny bit. But I can slip something simple. For now, I can literally just put this piece of music paper in there. It doesn't even have to be thin. I could put something thicker in. You know, it's not going to really matter. But for now, we'll put you in. So I think about it. You. Do I want to add a little something on this side? Yes, I do. But what, as I say, my go-to is typically stickers. But I can do stamp instead. Oh. That was a friend. So I can actually ink this up. I think the inking will help bring all this together because I'm going to do the same colour on each of them. I am learning a lot doing this. A lot. That was way too much ink, Lib. I've done collages before, but mostly in the form of like masterboards. a lot of this is very new to me, but I'm having so much fun with it. So if I seem just a little like I don't know what I'm doing, well, it's because I don't know what I'm doing. That is why. And I'm okay with that. Yep. Still want to add anything else to it? No, I think that's fine. This guy here. Want friend. I think 1938. Ties in some of the pink from there, so I don't mind that. I want a brighter colour. We'll do you. I need something behind you. Even maybe just this little scrap. I don't actually know what this is from. A random little piece that I keep just whittling away at. I don't mind because it's all coming from the same thing. It's tying them together from that as well. Go over there. I need something vertical actually, so I'll go with the other pink. Just because everything's starting to be horizontal. You. Want one more thick, and I might use my snippy bit if I can remember where I put the box. Who are stickers? Oh, you're not the right box, but you have some fun with it. The other box. Oh, I took it away. Of course. Why wouldn't I put it away when I clean my room? So I have. Look, not you. Oh, that's where my grabby stuff went. I have some rubs. Okay, well, this is not where my snippety bits are. Put it on that. Oh, I'm losing everything. I'd lose my head if it wasn't the top. Oh. Sorry, I have boxes and boxes of just random things from past projects. You know what I was after? I like that, as if he put a playing card down. I have some Tim Holt tickets. I very much like the idea of the playing card. I'm wondering if it's a bit big. I do love it though. It's actually the perfect size. It's like I made it for that. Nope. You're going on. Going on. Yeah, you need some good old distress stamping and stuff too. Anyway, what I was going for, before I lose complete track of everything, is I wanted some of these Tim Holtz little bits. Actually, I think that is perfect. The little mushroom guy. I love mushrooms. I don't eat them. And the thought of mushrooms, like the ecosystem of mushrooms, freaks me out mentally. But the look of mushrooms, like the vibes, love that. That's how I am with moths and butterflies and bugs though. I'm like if I don't have to actually interact with them properly, love them. The second they're there and I have to like have them flying at my face, or in the case of mushrooms, eat them. No, thank you. You can keep that. Texture issue for me. Can't stand textures like that. Nope. I love that. I really think that just that little mushroom in the corner brought that whole thing together. What I might do, if I can find it, is I have a book of Tim Holt. What are they called? It's like one of these, but it's got words in, like quotes. I might put a quote on the top of that. Might being the key part of that. We'll see. Yeah, I think maybe just a little something there. And they're all small pieces, so. Am I just jumping between them now? Yes, I am. So I'm hoping to have a video tomorrow, but I can't make any promises because we have my niece over after school and then dinner at my mother-in-law's. So it will depend on how late I get back from all of that. But everything goes to plan. Blue one on here. If everything goes to plan. If things get done in time, is what I'm trying to say. I will. My niece absolutely loves coming up into this space and crafting with me. I might do some little bits and pieces while she's playing that I can then show you and add in. I have a master board, not a mood board, a master board over here that still needs putting up and stuff. Apparently I'm going very blue on this one. You know what? I'm fine with that. Might see about pulling in one other colour, either the yellow or the red, I think. This little guy's. With the yellow. I mean, it's more beige than yellow, but you know. Oh, the back of that makes my eyes go funny because it's like misstamped. And it's got like a double layer on this one. Ooh, my eyes just felt like they were bugging out. Still want something on here. What are you, little guy? Oh, 50 cents? Is that what you are? 50 cents? I don't know if it's 50 cents. I didn't grow up on cents and stuff. I grew up on pennies. I want another one of those. I will grab another one of these stamps. That's a big space. A big long space. I always forget just how juicy the Versa fine is. So I might make it a second. Love that. Perfect. That's exactly how I wanted it. You're good. You're good. Need pink. And maybe something on the back. I love this. It's a little busy and hectic, but I genuinely don't even care. I'm loving it. New space to write. We need a little something. Do you have a stamp on you? You do have a stamp on you, so I don't want another stamp. I say that, but I was also saying that I was perfectly fine with a ton of stamps on this, which is true. I am. It's like the idea of getting as many countries in as we can, but I'm struggling to hold things right now, apparently. We're just gonna stick the little guy over there. I think the top one's the only one left. Right, you're done. You're done on both sides. You're done. You were done on both sides. Wait. Okay, so this guy, let me quickly ink him, and I think I'm gonna put a ticket on him. Maybe we will finish. I mean, the backdrop isn't finished, but oh, I didn't put anything on this side either. Okay. I just did the wrong colour, but whatever. This one can just have it a bit darker. I wanted a ticket for this one. I just have these Tim Holtz ones. Might honestly just look for a simple small one. Paris Cinema. What do you have a date on you? No. Gonna ding this guy up a little bit. Looks a bit too pristine. It's fine. It has to be ultra grunge, but too neat. It needs to look like it was in someone's pocket after a movie, is what I would like. Nice and grunge. Right, slightly off kilter. Still wrinkly wrinkled. Yep. Yep, like that. I'm gonna put a stamp over the top. Have a look at this with everything. We have red, blue, a bit of green. I'll go for the brighter green way around us. I think that. I'll pop it on here. Wispies. Pop it under. And I'll put something. Actually, I might do the other one too. I did say that I wanted a few of these stamps sticking around. I feel like making a little cluster of them could actually be quite cute. You, and then I have you, which is also a greenish colour, but that's fine. Little collection of stuff. Do I want to do anything with that? Are we happy with it just being a tab? I think I'm happy with it just being a tab. I think. I want one last thing on this side, which I'll just grab something from in here. Oh, this is field note snippets, the little guys. I got it when I got the stamp set. And I think I want a bug. Won't lie, I don't tend to gravitate towards like the poster bits from in here. I'm definitely much more into the bugs and stuff. Oh, bug here. Hello. Come on, little beetle. I'm just going to do a teeny little cluster on this side. And then I think we'll be done for today. I might add a few little bits and pieces down here next time. But I think we can also work on oh, hello. Something new. Oh. Lots of space here for writing and adding things. I'm very happy with how this dried. I can definitely write over the top. Nice little cluster of bugs. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm not going to do. I know I was umming and ahhing about Velcro dots. I'm not going to do them, just because I like the fact that I can switch up how this looks. You know, what's in front of what's where. So I'm not going to do the Velcro dots, and it's fine that these are just coming up. As the book gets thicker and everything gets pressed down more, that should start staying down. But for today, this is what we have. So this was the first one. We have the sailor cluster, the stamp on the back, we have this one we just did with all our tickets, and that needs to be glued down, but stamps, little cluster. All these have nice spaces to write. We have this guy here, which has a little pocket. Has my deer, which I love. And then the other side just has a stamp. We have this guy with the playing cards, more blue themed, tied in a bit of the yellow. Nice, simple. Hopefully you could see everything that I was just showing there, because I didn't realise just how close I'd gotten it. And then we have this one, which I'm going to find a snippet word for. Nice, simple. Nothing too crazy, just, you know, very happy with it. I think it looks great. I like that I can move them in different ways. Like if I just put this one under, that's the only one that's really trying to lift. It stays down. Oh, and then also we have the backdrop, which we tempered down with some paint. But if you look at it, you can still see all the interest still there. And then our little friend, the bird. Yeah. So thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. I hope everybody has a lovely day, and I should be back tomorrow. Thank you very much, and good night.